Hey everybody, it's Robert Sivori again with Keller Williams Village Square Realty. You have my phone number here. You have all my info. This is part three of the uh, I guess series called Bad Loan Modification Example. Okay, let's see. Where did we leave off? We left off with the second mortgage on this property, the partial claim mortgage. And I know that I was kind of reading through this. I was also recording the video, but now I actually did find it. I just wasn't able to see it before, but just wanted to just make sure that everybody understands. This says that this debt is evidenced. This 117,000. This debt is evidenced by borrower's note dated the same day as this security instrument, which provides for the full debt if not paid earlier, due and payable, right? So here we go. These are the important two words: due and payable on January 1st, 2046. So once again, as I mentioned in video number 2, in part 2, was that either somebody, if this owner stays in this property for 30 years, all right, pays his last mortgage payment on month 360, and hurrah, like anybody else, would be so ecstatic and joyful that the mortgage is done and over with. Okay, the very next month they either have to, shell out $117,000 in cash and pay this, or before then have to prepare to refinance the house, okay, which by the way would not have this first mortgage. So this loan modification mortgage would be completely wiped away, but you would only be left with this second mortgage. But now you have to refi it, right, for another 30 years. So you're really, into the house now for not 30 years, but 60 years. In addition to, remember, they got this loan modification in 2016, right? But they got the house. They purchased the property in 2006. So that's another 10 years. So from 2006 to 2016 is 10 years. From 2016 to 2046 is 30 years. That's 40 years now. Plus, if they have to refi their house, in the year 2046, now you're in the year 2076. That's 70 years, okay, of having a mortgage on one property. So the owners of this property finally understood what they signed, and they said, and I'm going to say this bluntly, hell no, they did not want to participate in this program whatsoever. They had no idea what they were signing. I mean, they were emotionally attached to the property, but financially, I mean, this just did not make any sense at all, especially of the fact that, let's just say they even wanted to sell the house in 10 years, right? In 10 years, they have this this mortgage, right? No, I'm sorry. They have this mortgage, right? And let's say in 10 years, and this is the value of the property in February 1st, 2016, 389, right? Let's just say their property increases in value to, once again, the same 450, right? $450,000. Okay, this is a 2-unit in an area where houses don't have almost has never gone up more than 400,000. But I'm being devil's advocate right now, right? $450,000. So in 10 years, they would have shaved off here, maybe let's just say $50,000. So this will go from 389 down to 339, right? So $450,000 value in 10 years minus the 339 that they would have in their balance, as their balance in 10 years. So now, 450. That's right. I'm sorry, I did it correctly. Minus 339. Then they would be under the impression that they would make $111,000, which is, they're correct. All right, that's what they should be profiting. However, now you have this. Now you have the $117,000 that you owe for the second mortgage. So in other words, all this that they were going to make is going to go to this bank. They're going to take it. they're basically, and it's still going to be a short sale, right? They basically have to plead to forgive, this amount, or they're going to have to pay the difference, which is, only $6,000, but they're still not going to make anything. And that was what they told me, which is, I'm glad that they told me, because I wanted them to tell me. When I mean them, I mean the owners of this property. I wanted them to tell me that they were not going to make any money. That's what I had in my head. Like, that's what I was trying to tell them. But I'm glad that those words came out of their mouth, that this loan modification program just did not make any sense whatsoever. Okay? And even if let's just work a little bit more now. Even if, let's say, they keep their house for 20 years, right? So let's say 20 years, okay? And the value let's just say it's at 450 still, right? They probably would have shaved off from here, let's just say $200,000. Once again, I'm being devil's advocate, 200,000. So 389, 334 minus $200,000. That's how much they owe, right? Okay, and let's say they sell the property for 450. So they're gonna make $260,000. However, of that 260 that they think they're gonna get, they have to give $117,109 to pay off the second mortgage, because now the second mortgage is gonna notice, oh, wait a minute, you have the money, so pay us off. And instead of receiving the $260,000 that they thought they were going to make in 20 years, right? After they sell the property, they're only going to be making this amount, $143,000. Okay. So what happened was, these owners, they thought about it for about 2 days. I think it was 2 or 3 days. And they said, they called me up. They said, because I told them, like, look, you tell me what you want to do. I'm here to help out. I can help you with the short sale. I'm not at all encouraging you to do that. I'm just giving you the facts because this is what you asked me. But I knew that they pretty much just wanted to do a short sale. So that they just wanted to get rid of the property. It just didn't make any sense. So I think it was like 2 or 3 days that went by. I didn't bug them. They called me up and they told me, Rob, we got to get rid of this house. This doesn't make any sense. Okay, so that's what happened. They sold their property, and they sold. I think we had the closing done about a year ago, and now they're fixing their credit. And I mean, shoot, if they've qualified back then to buy a back here, 3 years ago now, to buy a property for because that's what a loan modification is. You're basically rebuying your house. Okay, so they submitted all the necessary documents to the bank, the last 2 years tax returns, last 2 months bank statements, last 2 months pay stubs, right? They submitted all this stuff to the bank in order to qualify for a loan modification. So this sounds familiar, right? Submitting all these documents, it's exactly like buying a house. So what they did was they repurchased this property. Okay, so I told them when I sat down with them, when I took the listing, I said, look, guys, you can buy a house. Okay, like you obviously could, because you got the loan modification, you received it, you were one of the few that actually got this approved. So right now the plan is, they're fixing up the credit a little bit more. They had money saved up. So now, once, I think maybe like another 6 months or a year goes by, I'm going to help them purchase a property, right? But they're not going to have no, $389,000 plus, $117,000, totaling $506,000, balance of a mortgage, combined mortgages, right? They're gonna buy a house that, if they're gonna purchase a property for, let's say, $400,000, that's what their mortgage balance is gonna be. They're not gonna tack on a second ghost mortgage on their property, that's gonna suck away all their equity, right? They just wanted to, come out of this clean slate and move on with another property. And as you can see over here, they're very ready, willing, and able, especially able to purchase a property. Okay, so just so that everybody knows, as I mentioned, the reason why I do these videos is so for information, for education. So just in case anybody out there knows anybody who maybe has some questions about a loan modification, or maybe is just doing fine with their current loan modification program, and maybe just wants to get a copy of what's recorded against the property, going online and into the counties and checking for the documents, just let me know, okay? Here's my information, all right? I can be contacted anytime. I'm here to help out at all times. And just like I did with this couple, and I can't even imagine how many other people who have received loan modifications are participating in this, and they have no idea. They're just, I guess, kind of happy that they got that they received the loan modification. But as you can clearly see over here, financially, this just did not make any sense whatsoever, with or without daughters who had to go to college, with or without. It didn't matter. It just did not make any sense at all. Okay. So once again, if you have any questions, please give me a call. My phone number is 908-432-2526. Oh, and the other thing too is, I always have something to say about this. Let's just say, let's just say even 5 years go by and they didn't even want to sell this property, okay? But they want to refinance their house, okay? Let's just say 5 years go by and now the value of the property goes up to 450 and they owe about 380, let's just say 370, and they go to a bank and they want to refinance this house of theirs to maybe get a better rate. Who knows why? Who knows, right? Maybe the rates in 5 years will go down to 2.5%, 3%. Who knows? But let's just say that it goes down and they want to refi their house. They won't be able to do it. Why? Because the bank that is going to offer them the refi is going to pull title, and they're going to see this second mortgage here, and they won't be able to do it. Okay? So I just remembered that I wanted to share that as well. So once again, Robert Sivori here. Call me anytime. I'm here to help out. 908-432-2526. All right? Thank you very much for watching this three-part, I guess, educational session about loan modifications. Please, once again, if you know anybody who has any questions whatsoever regarding loan modification, even if they haven't done one, even if they're in the process right now with the trial payments, let me know if they have any questions. I'm so familiar with how this works, and I'd be more than happy to help people out in their situation. Okay. Thank you very much, and please take a look at some of the other videos that I have on my channel and on my Facebook page. They're there for you guys, for the public to learn from. Right, this is applicable for my fellow brother and sister real estate agents, for loan officers out there, for attorneys out there, for homeowners, for buyers, for anybody out there. Okay, thank you very much.